Hi, welcome to IELTS.com, the personal learning space you are looking for. IELTS Speaking Lesson 1. This lesson introduces you to the IELTS speaking test. The speaking test is an interview that lasts 11 to 14 minutes. There is an examiner asking you questions, and when you answer, it is recorded for further reference, which is a bit special compared to normal tests or interviews. The test has 3 parts: warm-up, task card, and discussion. It is important that you know the context in which you attend the speaking test. When we book the test, imagine British Council or IDP ask you this question: do you know English? If your answer is no, there is no point in applying to be tested. In other words, when you decide to appear for the test, you claim that you know English. So this is the context. You claim to somebody that you know English and pay them to test you and give you band scores. As a result, you become responsible to show how far you know English. They'll be able to give you a good score only if you show your skills in the use of English. That makes each question an opportunity for you to display your language and thereby prove your claim that you know English. If you don't remember your claim, when you get an opportunity, you might not speak long enough to show your language. To bring you another example, there are a few birds in a place. They all look different, but all of them claim that they are peacocks. If you want to find the real peacock, what do you want to ask them to do? You might ask them to show their feathers and prove themselves. So that's our job, to show our language feathers and prove our claim. Now let's go to the sections of IELTS speaking tests. Part 1 is otherwise called warm-up section. The warm-up section, as it indicates, gives you some time to make yourself ready to speak. However, I have a feeling that the examiners gather their first impression about you during this time, so you better consider this as the beginning of the test. The questions usually asked in this section are familiar to our lives. It can be about that particular day, your journey, friends, or even your daily routine. Sometimes there can be a self-introduction to begin the test with, though in the recent tests, that's not very common. This part of the test lasts for 3 to 5 minutes. All you have to do is to give direct answers to the questions long enough to display your language proficiency. They really don't want to know about you. What they are trying to do is to assess your language. Part 2 is task card, or otherwise called cue card. You will be given 2 minutes to talk about a particular topic after a 1 minute preparation time. You can make notes during this time if you want to, and altogether this section might take 4 minutes. The topics given usually are very particular to you, and therefore another person cannot give the same answer that you might give. For example, your favorite movie is a possible cue card question. That movie is your favorite movie because of reasons unique and special to only you. Anything can be a cue card, to be frank. There are also sub-questions with each cue card, all of which you have to answer as you speak. This is yet another opportunity to show your language, which is easy if you are good at imagining stuff and mixing truth and fancy. Part 3 is called discussion. Though it is called a discussion, an exchange of ideas, it's often a question and answer session, just like the first part. The topics are very gentle, but related to the subject that is given in part 2. However, be very careful not to continue your part 2. For example, if you get your favorite movie as your cue card, a possible part 3 question can be, why do movie stars get greater attention compared to movie directors? The one thing we have to be very vigilant at is not to talk about your favorite movie star or director. The question is very general. Therefore, you are supposed to give your opinion about this particular situation in this world. Remember, this is also a collection of opportunities to show your language. It will be a good idea if you can give answers with a philosophical or psychological insight in part 3. Ask me questions if you have any, and feel free to comment and share. Thank you for watching. See you again. Bye-bye.